Alright, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, guys, man, I wanted to tell you that when you're out here dating, when you're dealing with these chicks, right, you have to stop limiting yourself based off of, you know, your race and who you think you are and all this other nonsense. The reason why I'm saying this is because I've been getting a lot of emails from, you know, black dudes and Asian dudes and Indian dudes, and they keep telling me this bullshit. They're like, yo, man, you know, it's hard out here because, you know, if I'm trying to get like this really hot white chick, she's not into me because all she wants is white dudes. And it's hard for me as an Indian guy or Asian dude or a black dude to get white girls because they don't want us and all this other nonsense. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, dude, stop the nonsense. Let me tell you something. First of all, right, what's going to happen in the dating game is you're going to have people who are going to have certain preferences for what they're into, right? Now, you know, we're living in a system of white supremacy. We're living in a racist society. So what happens is that you're going to have a whole bunch of morons, right, who are not going to be feeling you because of this color of your skin and all this other stuff. So they're going to attach, you know, stereotypes and different things to you based off of that, right? So there's going to be certain girls who are not going to off the bat be feeling you because of those stereotypes and all those things that they think about, right? But see, the thing is that you need to not worry about that shit, right? Because this is what you got to understand. People who think like that, or people who fall into that, like I see a lot of white girls and everything. They'll be like, oh, you know, like on an online dating site, they'll say like, oh, I'm not into black guys, or I'm only into this and I'm only into that and all this other nonsense, right? And the thing is, a lot of times it has less to do with preference and more to do with their conditioning. So their conditioning sort of dictated their preference. But the thing is that they're so stupid, they don't realize they've been conditioned, right? And they don't really even know what the hell they want anyway. You understand? Because I'll give you myself, for example, where I've been in situations where I've, you know, hit up chicks online, or even, you know, talk to girls on you know, in person or whatever. And, you know, some girls, they'll be online and they'll say, oh, you know, I don't date black guys, or I only date white guys and all this other shit. And I would purposely message those girls, you know, just because I'm like, shut the fuck up, whatever, right? So I would purposely message them. And I'd say maybe 70% of the chicks that I've messaged who had those things on their profile still hit me up, still wanted to come and see me and all this other stuff, right? It's because they're so conditioned, to think these things, but they don't really know what they want. Do you understand what I'm saying? Their mind is not really there. They're not really hip to the game that has been pulled on them. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have a lot of white chicks out here or whatever who will be afraid to date a black guy because they're scared that, you know, what their family's gonna think and all this other stuff, right? And the thing is, with these chicks, you know, they're caught up in the nonsense, and they're not smart enough to realize that they're caught up in the nonsense, right? But the thing is, you have to be smarter than that. You have to be smart enough to know that all of this is bullshit. All of this, you know, race shit and all of that stuff is orchestrated. So you need to be smart enough to know that it's bullshit. So this is what I'm, you know, when I'm telling you guys, like, when you're out here, don't limit yourself thinking that, oh, because I'm black or because I'm this or because I'm that, right, that this type of girl won't like me, because now you're getting caught up in the nonsense and the bullshit. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're making society dictate how you should feel about yourself. You're making society dictate how you are supposed to move and shake and do all these other things, because you're limiting yourself based off of what you've been taught. You're falling into the same nonsense as they're falling into, and you guys are, you know, you're looking like a bunch of idiots, all of you and the girl. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all don't understand shit. You understand? Y'all have to go beyond what you've been taught. You have to go beyond what's being thrown in front of you. You understand? Because a lot of times people say they like this and they like that, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know. It's like, I'll give you an example. I remember one time, you know, I was like, oh, you know, somebody was asking me about country music and shit. And I was like, that shit is whack. I don't like country music. That shit is garbage, whatever. The next, you know, I heard a country song, and I fucking love that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that I wasn't exposed to the type of country music that I was into. Then when I got exposed to it, I fucking liked it. So me saying, hey, I didn't like country music, you understand? That's just me coming off of thinking country music is whack and the stereotype of how country music will sound, not knowing that there will be country music that I like. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the same thing goes for these women that you're dealing with, where they will be like, oh, I'm not into that, I'm not into that. But they don't know what the fuck they're into because they haven't been presented a certain thing and they've just been conditioned to think that they don't like that thing, right? Now, you're going to have people, you know, women out there who are going to be racist, you understand what I'm saying? Who are going to be on that bullshit, right? And who are not going to want to date black dudes or date, you know, Asian guys or whatever because they, you know, are racist. You understand? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, just who the fuck cares? Like, leave those chicks alone. They're whack. You understand what I'm saying? My thing is this. There's nothing fucking special about white chicks, Asian chicks, black chicks, whoever. Ain't nothing special about all these. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing special about them. You understand? So you guys out here, you're thinking that, oh, you know, oh, I really want to get this girl because, oh, she's so hot. And even the reason why a lot of you guys want these white chicks so much is because you've been conditioned by the media, by society, to see white women as the ultimate shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why y'all want white girls. You understand? So the thing is that it's okay to want them. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, you got to understand why you're so bent up on it. And the thing is, a lot of you guys too, you're sitting there, you hit me up, you're complaining like, oh, it's not fair. And you know, if I was a white guy, it'll be easier for me. I'm like, nigga, please, come on. Like, do you watch these fucking RSD you know, the lecture videos and these shits they be having, the Real Social Dynamics? Look them up. Look at their fucking audience. It's a bunch of white dudes. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got, you know, some black dudes, some Asian dudes, some Indian dudes sprinkled in, but it's a bunch of fucking white dudes. You understand what I'm saying? If you watch that, what was that show, The Pickup Artist? A bunch of white dudes, right? So it's not that being white or being a white man is going to make it easier for you. You guys are looking at all these statistics, these online statistics about online dating that they be putting out, and like they were like, oh, well, the white guys are the most sought out on the online dating thing. So you think that you're looking at this propaganda and you're thinking that, you know, it's going to be easier for white guys, right? And the thing is, if you have a white guy who fits the quote-unquote stereotype or mold of what the good-looking, you know, hero in the movie white guy looks, the Brad Pitt type of dude, then yeah, he probably is going to get some more extra attention because, again, everybody's conditioned to like the white shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? But again, you have to be smart enough to not fall into the nonsense. Do you understand? You got to be smart enough to not fall into the bullshit. And the thing is, you still got to also look out for dealing with these, you know, chicks, these white chicks who are either racist or who are like, oh, I don't like black guys because of this, because of that. Because if you're dealing with a chick who is like that, right? If you're dealing with a white girl who is like that, you don't want to get into a situation where she feels sort of funny about being with you, and then all of a sudden some drama happens because of how she's feeling weird about being with you and all this other nonsense. It's like you got to be careful of dealing with chicks like that. Even I remember I was dealing with an Asian chick, right? And yo, this shit was hilarious, right? So we took some pictures and shit. I remember we took some pictures or whatever, and I noticed that she would, when she put the pictures up on her Facebook, she would crop me out of the picture. So I guess she liked the way she looked in the picture. She cropped me out of the picture and just put the picture up, right? And then I knew that she was also dating another black guy, right? And what I noticed was she never had pictures of this dude with her ever. Like, all the pictures that she had up was just of her, and she never posted a picture of me with her. She never posted a picture of her and the other black guy, right? And the reason why she was doing that, and what I noticed what was happening, was because she was probably afraid of what her family might think of her dating black guys. You understand? So all of these people, right, that do this shit, who feel this way, are fucking morons. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they're conditioned, but they're still fucking morons, because at this point, if you haven't realized that you've been conditioned into the bullshit, if you haven't realized that you are in part of this whole nonsense, then you're a moron too. You understand? Don't be a moron like these people. And the thing is, it's better to find chicks who are not on that bullshit. Find chicks who, you know, if you like white chicks, find a white chick who's not on that bullshit, who's not you know, afraid to be with you because you're black, or who's afraid of what their parents are gonna think and all this other nonsense. Find somebody who's gonna you know, be on some cool shit. You understand what I'm saying? Don't find these other motherfuckers who's on that nonsense, and you have to be smart enough not to be on that nonsense. Don't be on that bullshit. Stop hooking up with morons. Do you understand? Stop hooking up with these idiots. They're fucking stupid. Anybody who deals with the who gets into this whole thing about racism, and who feeds into racism, who feeds into the stereotypes, who feeds into the garbage, they're fucking idiots. They are all fucking idiots. If you're racist, you're a fucking idiot. If you're dealing with a chick who's racist, she's a fucking idiot. If you're dealing with a chick who says, "Oh, I don't date black guys," and she's not saying it, if she's saying it from a place of, well, she's just not physically attracted, that's one thing. You understand what I'm saying? But if she's saying it from a place where she's just like, "Oh, I don't date black guys because those niggers rob and steal and they're low lives," then she's a fucking moron. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't be up here putting these women, these white women, on a pedestal, because if you do, you are a fucking moron. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you are being conditioned to do that. Do you understand? This is why you feel like, oh my God, that's the ultimate. No, you've been conditioned to do this. All the TV you watch, all the fucking videos you've been watching, all the magazines you see of putting white women up on this pedestal, that's why you want them so bad. And the reason why you feel like you can't get them is because if you're black, if you're Asian, if you're Indian, all the stereotypes that have been put upon you, and you feed into it, and you think of yourself as less. Stop being a fucking moron. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop doing that, because that's limiting yourself, that's limiting what you can get, that's limiting what you are capable of doing and accomplishing in the dating game. You understand? Because you're scared of what everybody else is going to think. You're feeding into all the nonsense, and all that is bullshit. You feel me? So that's all I really wanted to say. Guys, stop hitting me up talking about, oh, well, I'm black and I can't get a white girl, or I'm Indian, or I'm Asian and they don't want us, or, you know, and it would be easier if I was a white dude, and these white girls and blah. Who the fuck cares? There's Asian chicks, there's black chicks, there's all these other chicks. Fuck with them. Fuck with the white chicks who ain't on that bullshit. Stop being a fucking idiot and do your thing. You feel me? All right, I'm out of here, guys. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.